Odogwu was a man of ambition. From a young age he desired power. His father was a respected elder, often consulted by King Obinze. This gave Odogwu access to the palace. He would often sit at the king's feet pretending to learn. However, his mind teemed with thoughts of his own ascension. He observed the king's weaknesses, his trust in flattery and his love for lavish gifts. King Obinze, in his old age, grew fond of Odogwu. He saw in him a bright and eager young man. The king, unaware of the darkness brewing in Odogwu's heart, often showered him with gifts and praise. Odogwu, a master of pretense, feigned gratitude and loyalty. He used his closeness to the king to his advantage, planting seeds of doubt about other chiefs in the king's mind. Odogwu was cunning. He understood the power of whispers. He started spreading rumors, subtle yet poisonous. He would casually mention to the king about other chiefs' supposed disloyalty. He would invent stories of plots against the king, amplifying minor disagreements into acts of treason. His tactics worked. The king, swayed by Odogwu's lies, started to distrust his most loyal advisors. He stripped them of their powers, often bestowing their lands and titles upon Odogwu. With each fallen rival, Odogwu's influence grew. Soon he became the most powerful man in Umuaka, second only to the king himself. With power came greed. Odogwu, blinded by ambition, forgot the people of Umuaka. He exploited the villagers, claiming their lands as his own. He imposed heavy taxes, forcing them to work on his vast farms from sunrise to sunset. Those who dared to question his rule were met with swift and brutal punishment. Their pleas for mercy fell on deaf ears. Odogwu's heart had hardened. He had become the very tyrant he once pretended to protect the king from. One morning, silence hung heavy over Umuaka. The drums, usually beating the rhythm of life, were still. King Obinze was dead. Word spread like wildfire through the village. Odogwu, feigning sorrow, declared a period of mourning. He knew that with the king gone, his path to the throne was clear. However, beneath the veneer of grief, the villagers harboured a flicker of hope. They whispered among themselves, their voices laced with both fear and anticipation. The reign of Odogwu, they hoped, was nearing its end. Section 5. The village awakens. The elders of Umuaka, their spines now straight with newfound courage, called a village meeting. They had suffered in silence for too long. The time had come to confront Odogwu. At the meeting, the villagers spoke of their suffering. They recounted tales of their stolen lands, their forced labour, and their silenced voices. The accusations hung in the air, a collective condemnation of Odogwu's tyranny. The villagers, united in their pain and anger, demanded justice. They had found their voice again. Section 6. Flight into darkness. Odogwu, faced with the villagers' wrath, realized the depth of his folly. His carefully constructed world of power and manipulation crumbled around him. Fear, a sensation he had long forgotten, gripped his heart. He fled from the village square, his dreams of kingship turning to dust. He ran towards the only sanctuary he could think of, the evil forest, a place feared by even the bravest of Umuaka. It was a desperate attempt to escape the consequences of his actions. Section 7. The forest's embrace. The evil forest lived up to its name. It was a place of shadows and whispers where trees twisted into menacing shapes and the air hung thick with the smell of decay. Legends spoke of malevolent spirits and vengeful creatures that roamed its depths. Odogwu, consumed by fear and remorse, ventured deeper into the forest. The villagers, heeding the warnings passed down through generations, did not pursue him. They knew that the forest itself was a punishment more fitting than any they could inflict. Section 8. Justice, like palm wine, needs time. Life in Umuaka slowly returned to a semblance of normalcy. The land that Odogwu had seized was returned to the villagers. The heavy taxes were abolished and the forced labour ceased. The drums once again echoed through the village, their rhythm now a testament to newfound hope and unity. The villagers, having tasted the bitter fruit of tyranny, vowed to never again allow one man to hold such power. They understood that true leadership lay not in dominance but in service, not in greed but in compassion. Section 9. The Heart of a People. Odogwu was never seen again. Some say he was swallowed whole by the forest, his bones left to bleach under the unforgiving sun. Others whispered that the forest spirits, angered by his intrusion, had claimed him as their own. His fate served as a stark reminder to the people of Umuaka, a cautionary tale whispered from one generation to the next. Odogwu's rise and fall taught them that true power resided not in a single individual, but in the collective will of the people. It was a lesson learned in pain and sacrifice, a testament to the enduring strength of community and the inevitable triumph of justice. And so the story of Odogwu became a legend, etched into the very fabric of Umuaka's history, a tale of greed, retribution, and the unyielding spirit of a people united.